We will be discussing about the best breakfast ideas. These three things are extremely important. Tick marked all the essentials of a balanced plate. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for permanent weight loss without any fad diet or fancy gym. In today's video, we will be discussing about the best breakfast ideas for weight loss. In last week's episode, we did speak about the food items that you should avoid in your breakfast, and if you're interested, do check out that video after this one. So breakfast typically to most people is the meal that you have upon waking up. However, as the name suggests, it is all about breaking the fast. So this particular video is as relevant to those people who are eating breakfast the first thing in the morning or breaking their fast after intermittent fasting. So the principle behind what should you be eating the first meal of the day, irrespective of what time of the day you have it, is that it should be rich in protein and fat. And that's because the best idea for any first meal is to keep your insulin spike as minimum. It doesn't matter whether you have a history of diabetes or you don't. It's just so that your energy is optimized throughout the day. The first breakfast idea for weight loss is to include some eggs in your breakfast. Whether you should have whole egg or egg whites alone, this is something that I've covered in this particular video, so I won't go in deep, but the point is that eggs are an excellent source of good protein and fat, and therefore they provide that wholesome nutrition that is extremely important to kickstart your day. Now, before I move on to the next few ideas for breakfast for weight loss, I have a special gift for you. I have a bonus recipe meal attached in the description below or in the comment section. These are 3 breakfast ideas that you can implement, and this is not necessary to be eaten only for weight loss, but this is just to get inspired of the kind of food you can have in your breakfast for effective weight loss. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on to the next breakfast idea for weight loss. For those of you who enjoy having Indian breakfast, this one is really useful for you. So for example, if you're someone who is having a paratha, I would recommend, if you can eat eggs, you should make it into an egg paratha. Always have your paratha stuffed with vegetables, because that's also another thing that is usually missing in a lot of breakfast items. Another thing is, eat the food as it was meant to be eaten. So for example, a paratha was meant to be eaten with curd or dahi, and that is what you should do. You should have a good bowl of yogurt to complement your paratha. On the other hand, if someone is interested in having South Indian breakfast, here are a few ways you can upgrade it. Most importantly, when you look at a plate, make sure that your plate doesn't look like it is centered around one particular food, where the plate looks like it's centered around the dosa, for instance. So it should have equal amount of or equal proportion of dosa to sambar to chutney. These 3 things are extremely important both for the digestion and the wholesomeness of the meal. So for example, I would advise for a big bowl of sambar and a lot of coconut chutney. Now, due to the dieting culture, a lot of people skim on their coconut chutney because it's supposed to be fat, but it is prebiotic, which is really good for your gut health as well. The next breakfast idea for weight loss is to get oats. This is one of those which is very useful for people who are vegetarian. This is a very good option for people who also have very busy mornings. So the best thing to do is to get oats, preferably rolled or steamed oats. They take time to prepare, and hence you might want to soak them overnight. You can choose to soak them in dairy milk or in almond milk, whatever milk you prefer. That doesn't really matter. I would suggest that you have it with some nuts so that you get a little good quantity of fat along with it. The next best breakfast idea for weight loss is very appropriate for busy professionals. This is an idea for smoothie. This is something that you can blend everything in and you don't have to bother about it, and you can take it on the go. So the way to make a good smoothie is to make sure that it has whey protein. It includes a fruit, any one fruit of your choice. You can use a nut butter to make it even better. And the fourth thing is, which I actually recommend, and not a lot of people are a big fan, but you should include some baby spinach to it. That way you have actually tick marked all the essentials of a balanced plate. As I was saying, in this particular video, you get a bonus 3 recipes free. So do download it from the description below and in the comment section. So far you have learned that these are the best breakfast ideas for weight loss. For example, getting some eggs. How do you upgrade your Indian breakfast for win? Third is getting in some oats with nuts. And the fourth is how do you make the perfect smoothie for weight loss? Now, while you wait for our next video, do not forget to watch this video, which is all about the mistakes that you should avoid in your breakfast. And I will see you next week.